One of the main things that has been the talk of the town this week is BitChat by Jack Dorsey and Grok, an LLM that has went rogue. So Jack Dorsey just announced his new project BitChat, currently in limited beta, where he has created a messaging app that operates on Bluetooth. So instead of on Wi-Fi or on like cellular towers, cellular network, it is through Bluetooth.
It's an interesting concept because it's a peer-to-peer swarm mesh network. So it doesn't depend on any large company's assets, right?
Would something like BitChat be able to communicate when there's so many people messaging each other?
Well, so BitChat's a interesting idea, but a half-baked protocol. It can't scale. So when you get to a certain crowd density, the problem is that you don't have like a login into it, right? You have a handle that you created on your device that maps to a UUID that's created on your device that nobody had a user registry on. So there's not any way of saying I want to communicate, from me to you directly. As long as we're in the same mesh, any message you send out goes out to everybody you're connected to, which then goes out to everybody they're connected to. So it's geometrical in the amount of traffic that goes on as more and more people get added. Eventually, you will saturate the bandwidth of the Bluetooth protocol. And so there's only really maybe effectively 100K bit per second bandwidth. So you're not going to do voice, you're not going to do video. It'd be good for doing text messages. But as soon as you hit a certain number of people, it's going to get overwhelmed because of sort of the gossip protocol that it uses is very naive. So it's not bandwidth efficient.
Will they be able to scale that to a level? Because right now, obviously, it's
not with the protocol as it's designed.
Ah.
However, you could. So if you've heard of the Tor network, so the Tor network is for doing encrypted connections on your browser, and it talks to another Tor agent. And they have a thing called onion routing. So even though everybody else is routing your packet, nobody knows who the original sender is or who the final destination is onto it until it arrives at the final destination. Then you know you are. And so that's a smarter routing mechanism that I think could be adopted. And then that would vastly reduce the amount of bandwidth growth per user in the system, let it scale out, and actually provide additional security.